Himabindu madam? Himabindu madam?
Himabindu madam? Himabindu madam? Himabindu madam? Himabindu madam? Madam, are you there?
Yes, ma'am. Shall I start?
Madam, are you ready, madam?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Good afternoon to all of you. Now I would like to welcome Dr. Airala Lokanand Reddy sir to deliver the lecture. Before that, I request Dr. Himabindu madam to present the profile of Dr. Airala Lokanand Reddy sir to the participants. Thank you.
Dr. Airala Lokananda Reddy is an associate professor in School of Management of Studies, University of Hyderabad. Dr. Airala Lokananda Reddy is a graduate in econometrics, postgraduate in business administration, and PhD in management science. He has published in journals of repute and has a special favor for faculty development program as a successful trainer. Dr. Airala has designed and delivered several seminars, research projects, and training programs in the areas of finance, pedagogical tools, in management teaching, research methodology, case teaching. Dr. Airala is FDP alumnus of IIM Ahmedabad, where he has trained on research methods and case methodology on management. Thank you.
Thank you, Himabindu madam. Really, it's a nice time to have you today here, sir. We are having a good association with you from a long time since the incorporation of JNTUA MBA department. Sir has delivered so many lectures in our department, that is in JNTUA Anantapur School of Management Studies, related to the financial modeling, financial analytics, and Excel. So really, we had very good time, and hope today also we will enjoy the sessions of Dr. Airala Lokanand Reddy sir. Welcome you, sir. Welcome to the FDP. Now over to you, sir.
Yeah, thank you, Varalakshmi Garu, for that nice words, and Dr. Himabindu for introducing me. At the outset, I also thank Professor Dev Kumar for bringing me in touch with all of you. So, am I audible and clear?
Yes, sir.
It's clear.
Yeah, thank you, thank you. So now, to begin with, I just wanted to learn the group and then where they stand in terms of the topic today that we are covering. So I am going to take you through how and where you can use Microsoft Excel in your teaching, how you can build models using Microsoft Excel. So just before we get into that, I want to learn more about the participants that I'm actually interacting with. So I have put together a small survey. It is having just 3-4 questions. So what you can do, you can reach that link by the chat box. So in the chat box, I have pasted an URL. Just click on that URL. It will take you to the Google form. Just there are 4 questions. Just fill that. As you fill that, I can also show you, the overall responses. Don't worry, your names will not be displayed. It is just to gain an understanding of where we stand in terms of the class dynamics, so that we can actually, I'll just disclose this only. I wanted to know from you how many of you are from engineering, management, or commerce, maybe other sciences like physics, chemistry, etc. Then other social sciences like humanities. Oh, so it's predominantly management group as of now. Okay, do you use MS Excel in your professional life? I'm very happy to see this answer. 90% of them saying yes, they do use. Okay, that will be an interesting factor to know. I'm also happy to see these responses that more than 50% claim that they're good in Excel. So that gives me an opportunity to show you something more exciting, something more meaningful. Yeah, so there are about 40 people. I got only 15 responses so far. So if others can quickly fill the responses, we get a gross idea of the audience, then we keep going. So excellent. So it's now close to 60% with good knowledge. Yeah, 17.6. That's pretty impressive. 18% say that they have excellent knowledge. Very good. Very good. Fine. So then we need not waste our time discussing basics, because we don't have anybody in very poor category. That is also a plus point for us. Yes. Yeah, others quickly fill the details. So 12 of them you have very good knowledge. 6 of them excellent, 6 of them okay. The pie diagram looked a bit So by the way, area of teaching, 80% are from management. There are about roughly 20% from engineering. Okay. Yeah. So I think it is good to go. So it shows 52 people. We got half of it. Yeah, now it's crossed 26, 27. Okay. So we got a gross idea of, how you use, your Excel expertise. But I want to learn from you as to, combining these two questions. See, so most of you said 93% say that you use Excel in your professional life, and then 30% say excellent knowledge, 43. So put together, 73% have got very good knowledge in Excel. I just want to take a couple of ideas from you. Please share the link again. Okay. I just want to take a couple of ideas from you as to how you use this Excel in the classroom or in your professional life to organize your classes, how you use it. That is also okay. So one or two of you can volunteer and tell me how you actually use the Excel in your day-to-day professional life.
Hi, this is Ram Mohan. Yeah, I'm using by Google Sheets.
Okay.
The Excel content can be utilizing through Google Sheets, use anywhere. That's like cloud platform.
Yeah, but then where do you use it? In which subject you use, and to teach what concept you use?
No. Yeah, I'm using in academic activities purpose.
Okay.
In academic activities purpose, I using the Google Sheets concept. The same concept can also work in the Google Forms also backend content. Then manage the data easily.
Okay, so what you normally do, sir? Like using Google Sheets, what you do?
Gathering of or collection of the data from various locations, people.
No, that is the Google Form. I mean, just like something that I have used. Okay.
Sir, but in Google Sheets also we can accessing. Then adding collaborators option. Then entering, giving the permissions, edit, view, comment only in that manner also.
Right. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Got it. So you use Google Sheets to share information the class with the students, and then he uses them to collaborate with colleagues, etc. Yeah. So then we have somebody saying that Google Sheets, and it helps to maintain regular attendance, maintain data accuracy. Okay. Very good. So the classroom administration. Good. So 2 responses are good. Yeah. Any other responses? If you give me some few more responses, based on that, I'll build the whole lecture.
Sir, in NAC work, entire thing we can use Google Sheets, sir.
Pardon?
NAC accreditation work, sir.
NAC accreditation work, you use Google Sheets. Okay, very good.
And
okay.
Entire thing like placement data, and we have that
Right.
student hazard attendance, even
Right.
staff performance, each and everything we can use Google Sheets, sir.
Very good. Nice to know that. So you should be from an engineering background.
No, sir, I am from JNTUA, sir. I am Shravan, sir, Dr. Shravan, sir.
Sir, next one more is the Mohan. COPO mapping purpose, course objective and program outcomes mapping.
Right. Okay.
Purpose, the Excel sheet is also working, sir.
Interesting. Okay. Any other responses? Fine. So then what I will do, because somebody said use it in classroom, administration. So I'll just take you through an example where we have data related to marks, etc. So that is the initial what we call warm up exercise, and based on that we will go further. So feel free to share your ideas. Feel free to just interrupt me, and then if you are not following, maybe after about half an hour or so, we'll just stop and take some feedback as to whether this is good to go, or how we should plan it. Okay. Yeah. So I'll be introducing a little smaller steps to start with. Okay. Then we'll go with some better steps. See, what you see on the board is, the marks of a class, wherein they have the right. There are 3 mid examinations, and somebody should take the best of the mid examinations out of these 3. Then there is an end examination. So here we should get the total marks, right? Then here the result. So the result is if somebody is getting, let's say, more than 50, he is pass. Otherwise, he is fail, right? So it's 50 or more. Then if of those who are passing, if somebody is getting more than 69, that is 70 or above, then he will be called as pass distinction. Then again you can give a grade based on this grading plan. If it is less than 50, D grade, 50 to 59 C, 60 to 69 B, and so on and so forth. So let us quickly do this exercise a little bit. That gives me as to where you stand. Then from there I'll take you to a level, and then based on how you respond, I would also kind of decide what is that I want to show to you as the different modeling experiences in Excel that can be taken to the classroom. Okay. Yeah. Now tell me, how do we calculate the best of the 3 mid marks here? 25, 32, 34. So how do I get the best of the mid? Is equal to?
Max, max.
Max function. Very good, sir. Yeah. So we can use function. So it's max of these 3 numbers, right? I can give max 3 to H3, or I can also give individually F3, D3, H3. So I get 34. Just simply drag it down. So for each candidate now, I have got the best of the 3 mid marks. Okay. Then this best of the mid and end marks I should ask to get the total marks. So this is simply equal to this I3 plus J3. This 58. So because most of you are conversant, so I need not waste time. Now tell me, how do I take the result? This 58, this fellow is pass or fail?
Pass.
58 is pass or fail?
Pass.
Is pass. Yeah. So how do I use if condition? Somebody is responding that we use if condition. So how do I use if condition? So here I have to print that he is pass. Or the system should detect if somebody is getting 50 or more, then he is pass. So how do I write the if condition?
Is equals to if.
Is equals to if. So here, once you have written this if K3
is greater than equal to
K3
greater than or equal to
greater than or equal to
yes. Pass score is 50. 50. Comma.
Yeah.
It's a double quotation, sir. It's a text.
Pass.
End. Comma.
Okay.
Fail.
Otherwise fail.
Yes. It's false. It's fail.
Right. So now you can actually look at this, what to call the function argument box. If is a very simple function, so what you do, you give a logical test, and if that logical test is true, then you would ask Excel to return one value, and if that logical test is false, then you would ask Excel to return some other value. So here the logical test is whether the marks, that is K3, whether the marks of the student 1 is greater than or equal to 50. So if it is 50 or more, then we know that he is pass. So the answer to this is yes by Excel. Then it will say it is pass. Otherwise, it will show it is fail. Right? That is a simple. Everybody knows this logic. So then if I drag this, then I would get, this 38, this fellow is fail. Then of course 45 is fail. Like that. So if it is 50 or more, then he is pass. Otherwise he is fail. This is good. Then how do I come out with a distinction? How do I calculate distinction? I think we can go a little quicker now that we have mastered if function. So for distinction, here if it is less than 50 fail, if it is 50 and above it is pass. Within that, if it is crossing 70, then it is called pass distinction. It is crossing 69, 70 or above, it is pass distinction. Yeah, how do I do this?
There are two ways, sir.
Think for a minute. Pardon? Yes, sir. Please, sir. Go ahead. Which one? You can type, sir. I'm not able to hear it clearly. You can type or you can repeat your answer.
We can use two if conditions, sir.
Two if conditions. Okay, that's called what? Nested if, right? Yeah. Can you help me write that formula, sir? Is equal to if K3 is
Sir, greater than or equal to 70.
70. Yeah.
Comma. Not pass, sir. Here distinction. Pass distinction.
Okay, I wrote pass distinction. Okay, you just want distinction, no problem.
Comma. Again, we need to use one more if, sir. If K3.
Very good.
K3 greater than
or equal to 50. Then pass.
Comma.
Otherwise fail. Okay.
We need to close two brackets, sir.
Very good.
Two conditions we use. We need to close two brackets.
Thanks for that input, sir.
Thank you, sir.
So now we get this. So it will just check, whether somebody got more than 69 marks, then he would get a distinction. Or it will check if those marks are more than 50, more than 49, then he would be passed. Otherwise, it will fail. Okay. Quickly, then we are coming to the grade. Now here, I have 4 grades.
Same way, 3 if conditions, sir.
3 if conditions. So if you have 6 grades, sir, then what will you do? Let's say I'll give it. I'll now change this as like this. If greater than 90, A grade. 81 to 89, B grade. 71 to 79, C grade. 61 to 69, B grade. 50 to 59, right? E grade, and less than 50, F grade. This is like this. What will you do, sir? So many ifs again. So how many if conditions you have to write on the whole?
6, sir.
So here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you have 6 stages. So you need 5 ifs.
Yes,
One will be the default. So if you continue like this, then let us say you have a grading plan which is having more, or maybe you have a situation where there are several stages. Then yes, you can write if conditions. There is no doubt about it. One can actually write the if conditions, but then it will be too cumbersome. So what you can actually do in such situations is right. If it is 50 or more, 60 or more, 70 or more, 80 or more. Okay. Let me start from here. If it is 90, then this block is 80. This is 70. This is 60. This is 50. This is 40. Now I will introduce to you a different logic wherein you can easily achieve this, and in fact you can apply this even if you have got so many such things. Even if you got 50 such conditions, you need not write 49 if conditions. So there is a function called VLOOKUP. You heard of this? There is a function called VLOOKUP, which is called a vertical lookup. Right? Now you take this, I'll just demonstrate that to you. Then I'll tell you the function arguments. Right, so the only requirement for this is that should have them sorted in the ascending order. Just give me a second. I'll just set this for explain you what is happening. So this is less than 50, 51 to 59. Sorry, 50 to 59, 60 to 69, 70 to 79, 80 to 89. Is this correctly displaying the grades? Just check and tell me. Then I'll explain you what I did. Somebody is getting 90 and above. Is he given an A grade? So there is nobody who got 90 and above, so there are no A grades. Somebody getting 60 and above. Is he classified as D grade? 60 and above. 69 here, D grade. Right? Somebody got 50 and above, but below 60 got an E grade. 70 and above. Is it C grade? Is the grades are correctly classified?
Yes, sir.
So this is called a VLOOKUP function. So VLOOKUP is actually a function which will return a value to you based on some arguments from a table. Remember, this is a table from which I want to read the grade. This is the table from which I want to read the grade. And this is the grading plan. So I would now ask VLOOKUP to look for this value. This is called lookup value. Look for 58. So where it will look in this table. It will look in this table in the first row. Right? Then it will give me, of course, 58 is not there in this particular set of 6 values. So then for 58, it will look for the closest match. That is the less than value. So then it will see this is the class where 58 falls in, because from this class it is 60 and above. So 58 falls in this class, so it will return the E grade for me. So this is called a VLOOKUP function. So I'm not going to actually explain or make you learn VLOOKUP function. That is not the agenda, but just to introduce to you how you can actually implement. Instead of writing so many if conditions, next time if you want to read something from a table, you can simply use an if condition. Simply use a VLOOKUP. Right? For example, now, fortunately or unfortunately, we got into a slightly difficult version of VLOOKUP here, but I'll give a simple version of VLOOKUP so that you all will be happy. Now, let us say, if I enter the roll number here, I want the state from which, see, this fellow is coming, Telangana and Andhra Pradesh. And I want his grade. I want how many marks he got in the what is the end marks, what is the result, and what is the grade. So to say what I am saying, if I say it is 001, if I enter here 001, so what should be the state here? It should be Telangana. System should display this fellow as belonging to Telangana state. Then what is his graduation? I should get commerce here. What is his best of the mid marks? Best of the mid marks, 34. What is his end marks? 24. What is his result? Pass. What is his grade? E. So these things I should get automatically the moment I enter the student's roll number here. If I change this roll number to, let us say, 10, then it should pick up details from this particular row. Are you understanding the question? Before we get into the answer, are you understanding the question? This is nothing but like a progress report of a student, a search facility of a student. So if you are the HOD or if you are the teacher, a student comes and he wants to know his marks, you need not look into the table. Just enter his marks. This detail should be displayed. This detail should be displayed. So that is what you can achieve using what is called as a VLOOKUP function. Use a VLOOKUP function. So how do we use it? I'll just demonstrate it here for you. So A is equal to V. Now let us look at the function arguments. So in a VLOOKUP function, the first thing is it wants a value which it has to look into the table. So I am giving this value. Look for 20M001. Look for 20M001. And where it should look, I'll give this table. Go into this table. Look for 20M001. And where? In this table. So starting from so it is taking that as data because it has already been defined as data. We have named okay. Now the function arguments we look up. So I'll have to give a lookup value. So this is my lookup value. Look for 20M001. Where it should look, you give this entire table B22 O17. B22 O17 is where it should look for this. Then once, it has looked for it. Let us say it started here, it immediately found the value. Then you are asking it to return a value from a particular column that is called column index number. Now the state is in which column in this table? Let us say this is the first column, this is the second column, this is the third column. The state is from the third column. State is from the third column. Click OK. Now you see this is the formula that is written. So this is the formula that is written in this box. Where it is displaying this Telangana. What is written there? Lookup value, then table array from which it has to take it has to look for the value that is in the first column. Then the column index number. Column index number is the first, second, third column. So for example, if I change this to, let us say 13. So this fellow, 13. So what should be the state for him? What should be the state for him?
It's Andhra Pradesh.
So the formula, pardon?
AP, sir.
For this student 30, AP. You'll get it as AP. So now what I can do, I can immediately change this formula, right? Everything remains the same, except that the column index number will be changing. Except that the column index number will be changing. So for state it is 3. Let me look at for graduation. What is it? For graduation it is 4. Then for best of the mids it is 8. Then end marks it is 9. And for result it is 11. Then for grade it is 14. Now see, these are the details of here. Here it is displaying the formulas that are written in these cells. So now it is displaying the particulars of the student called 20M013. Let us say if I make it 20M004. 20M004, then you see these details pertains to this student. These details pertain to this student. Now we check whether these details are correct. So the student 20M004 is from AP. He has a science background. He scored 35 marks in the mids, then 39 marks end examination. Right? Student has passed because I'm looking at the result. I'm not looking at the distinction column. And his grade is C. So if you want the distinction column also, you simply add here distinction. Then you say grade, I want the grade also. So then it's very, very simple. Here it is 12, then grade is in 14th column. So the what is there written here in the formula is this. Now VLOOKUP is one of the most powerful functions in Excel, which is a best replacement for writing so many if conditions. If I have to write an if condition here, for picking up state, I have to write 14 if conditions. If I have to pick up the state for a given student using an if condition, so there are 15 records, so I should write if for 14 times. Instead of that, with one simple formula called VLOOKUP, you can pick up the required value once you know the unique record 004. Is this clear? This VLOOKUP is clear to all of you, please? Clear in the sense, I'm not sure whether the formula will be clear to you, but an idea that when I have to use so many if conditions, I can use one VLOOKUP condition. Is that idea clear to you? Yeah. Now, occasionally when you are playing with the data, you might be required to highlight certain cells. You might be required to highlight certain cells. See, for example, in this particular column, I want to highlight people who have failed, just to immediately figure out who has failed. Especially when you have a large data like some 5,000 records or so, right? So the highlighting will help you immediately catch who has failed. So any idea how to do this? Just highlight the cells where it is failed.
Conditional format, sir.
Conditional formatting, very good. Yeah. Now go to conditional formatting. So highlight cell rules. Then if this is equal to, let us say fail, then it is auto suggesting one particular way. Take that. This is how you can actually highlight. So here, let us say I want to highlight those who are pass. So go to conditional formatting, highlight cells that is equal to pass. Now here I don't want the same color, so you can actually go here, custom font. So here you can say I want those who passed to be filled with this cell, and the font has to be white, right? And it has to be bold. Click OK. So now those students who have passed, right, get a formatting like this. So this is conditional formatting. So then quickly, sometimes, you would want to look at the counts. See, for example, I want to find out how many people failed and how many people passed. This is like a dashboard, how many people failed and how many people passed. So how do I do this?
So can you
How
repeat?
many people failed and how many? So from this, sir?
Count, sir. Count symbol.
So I know the result is 2 people failed and 13 people passed. But how do I get that?
Count, sir. Count. Count function.
Yeah. Count? Yeah. There is something called count if. There is something called count if. So count if, give this range. Right? You look at the criteria. Then the criteria is you can give this fail. 2 people fail. So similarly, you can count if, give this range, right? Then the criteria is how many people have passed. So please make a note of the count if function. Here also you can use several count ifs. Here also to calculate grade you can use the count if function. Right? This is one thing. Then see, for example, you want to find out the number of students from Telangana with distinction. Number of students from Telangana who has a distinction. So how do we know that? I want number of people from Telangana. Okay, these are easy. Number of students from Telangana, number of students from AP. So I am working on this. So number of students from Telangana with the distinction. So if you physically count them, Telangana, so distinction AP, then distinction 1. So this is one case, Telangana with the distinction. This is one case. Then, yeah, these 2 people, these 3 people are from Telangana with the distinction. So basically there are how many? 4 people. So this 4 has to be displayed here. Yeah, the answer is 4, but then how do you get this? Number of students from Telangana with the distinction. So just now, if it is just number of students from Telangana, pardon sir,
Count if yes, sir.
count.
If yes,
So this is called count ifs. That means you can actually use two count ifs. You can use two count ifs, right? Or more than two count ifs. So the first thing, now let us open the function argument was the criteria range one. The criteria range one is first it should go to this particular range, and here the criteria is Telangana, PS. So it will go and see how many Telangana people are there here. Then it will go to next, this criteria range 2 is distinction. Then criteria 2 is distinction. Criteria 2 is distinction. So likewise, you can actually use, see the answer is here. Likewise, you can actually use, several such criteria. See, for example, I can actually make a generic formula. Generic formula is, I can say state and here, let us say grade. Let me give this. Then I want the number. So I give the state, then I give the grade, I want the number. Let us say this is what it is. Now, for time being, let us say Telangana state, then how many got, let us say B grade. So here I can give count ifs, right? The range one is this, in this, right? The criteria is state. Then range 2. Range 2 is this, grade. Then criteria is IJK, K36. So from Telangana, people with B grade are 0. People with C grade so count ifs I36. It's not working. So everything is right, but somehow it's not working. Just let me. J, yeah, this is a problem. So, yeah, I figured it out. So, sometimes, if you're not a little careful, Excel will bother you. So, then you shouldn't lose heart. Immediately, you should pick up what went wrong where. No, it's okay. So, now, so from AP with E grade, there are 2 students. From AP with B grade, there are 2 students. C grade, is it correct? Yeah. AP, A grade, 0 student, B grade, 2 students, C grade also 2 students, D grade also D grade 0, then E grade 2 students. So similarly, if you want to see for Telangana with E grade 1 student, with B grade 1 student, with C grade 3 students, with the D grade there are 2 students. So you can like this you can automate. But sometimes I'll be more selfish. I am not just happy with this only these 2 variable combinations. I just don't want state and grade, but I want to kind of look at pass, distinction. These categories also I want to look at. So then. So then what I will do, now I'll do a small magic. See, now here I have come out with a criteria table. So whatever the criteria that I fill in this, I should be getting the result. I should be getting the result. See, for example, I want to say from Telangana state, right? In F grade, let's say, result, how many people are passed? How many people are passed from Telangana state? Now I want some number here. So now generally the idea is you can use countifs, right? So to pick up the state you can use one countif. To pick up the result you can use one countif. But I want to make it little more the model building type in the sense that I don't want to use just formulas, but I want to play with the model. You have a function called dcount. Dcount is called, it's a database function, right? So now you give the database that you have. This is my database. Then you give a field. The field is, the column in the table on which it will apply this criteria. So I'll give the field as, say for instance, 11. That means I'm giving the result field itself. Then look at the criteria. The criteria is this. If this, let me see. B count, database, then field is 11. This is more than oh, it's not working. The label or a number that represents the column's position in the list. Okay, let me try this. Yeah, it should be working now. Instead of count, let me do something like D average. This is better. D average. Let us say we are calculating the average marks of students from the 10th column.
Sir, we can try by index number, sir. We count.
Pardon?
We can count by index number, sir. Just like we look up index, how the number, column number.
That's what I was trying, but it's not taking. So there's a small error somewhere. It shouldn't bother us like this. D average is also not working. D average, B22, everything is correct only. But anyway, let us not waste time. Say, please keep this. Let me skip it. So D count, D sum, D average. So these are some of the functions that you can try later, which you can apply on the database. So the function arguments are exactly same. I don't know why it is behaving erratically. Right? What is that you have to do? There are only 3 arguments. One is you select the database. You select that is B22 O17. That is the database. I think nowhere we are missing any values. So you select that database. Maybe that one reason could be. No. Right. Anyway, let us not waste time on this one thing. So now you select the database, then you give a field. Actually, it should accept a field like 10, wherein it will go to the 10th field and do this average function, D average. Right. Then the criteria is A44 to O45. This is also correct. That's where the mistake. See, these are all very small mistakes that we do that gets us into trouble. Yeah, B44. Okay, now we got it. So this is what will happen. B44. Then let me. B44. Then column number 10. For average. Right. Now this is it is. So now it's working. So now this is the average. This is what we call average. These are the functions that I told you. I'll just keep it here. So this is the average. Average total marks. What is displayed is the average total marks. So based on the criteria that you are giving. So here the criteria is Telangana. So then what is the average of AP? If you change this state to AP, then you get the AP average. So now you would immediately see that the AP average is less than compared to Telangana average. Then you want to see AP arts average. AP arts average. This is the AP arts average, 62.2. Then if you want to see Telangana arts average, it is 77.7. Then what is the average marks of Telangana students who got, let us say, E grade? So this is the marks of Telangana students who got E grade. If you look at, 59 is after 59, if they got C 60, they would have got a D grade. So the average is 58, means that they very narrowly missed the E grade. So now you can see Telangana state, what is the average for D grade? And Telangana state art students. There are no people with Telangana state's art students. So that's why the average is 0. So Telangana state commerce students. There are no people in Telangana commerce who got D grade. Right? Let us say we got B grade. See, this is what Telangana students who are from commerce background and who got B grade, their average mark is 87. So literally you can actually play with this criteria table. You are understanding this? This average is to be calculated. I want the whole data to be reflected. That means I want to see this. Who are the students who are from Telangana and commerce background and who got B grade? Right? I want to see these students. Whether there is one student, two students, I want to see the entire record. So then what you do, you go to data. Here you're called the advanced filter. Right? Then filter. What is the list range? From this is my list range. From here, right? What is the criteria range? This is my criteria. So according to this criteria, right? I want this to be copied here. Let's say I want this to be copied here. You see? So how many students are there from Telangana who got commerce background and who got B grade? There is only one student. These are the details of these students. Now let me remove this and let me do from Telangana, let us say, who are having B grade, Telangana, Telangana and Commerce. Let me just do this. So how many people are there from Telangana, Commerce background? I want the list of these students. I want the list of these to filter. Right? The criteria range, it is same. Then where you want this to be copied? I want this to be copied here. Click copy. So there are how many students? There are 3 students who are from Telangana and who is having commerce. And let us say I want to see from Telangana who is having distinction. I want to see the number of students from Telangana right, who is having distinction. I want to see the list of all the students. So let me remove this. Now go to data, advanced filter. This is the criteria. So want that to be listed here. See, these are the students from Telangana who is having distinction. Is this clear? Database functions. This is called database functions. So now what I will do, I will not make you do any exercise, or I will not go into detail. I just do some firework. The firework means I'll just show you certain things that you can actually do. See, this is one exercise that I did, which I use in my accounting class. You see, so this is where we are actually creating an exercise. Actually, the students will be accessing this exercise, but I can change the contents of this exercise by simply operating here. For example, this is paid salaries 12,000. So instead, I want to make received received rent $10,000. Now you see, the paid salaries 12,000 has become received rent 10,000. So how is this happening? This is happening through a function called concatenate. This function is called concatenate, but in 2019 version they are calling it concat. So in concat, I am trying to actually combine the several of the texts. Basically C19, D19, E19 are the values that here. But between D19 and E19, that means between rent and 10,000, so this rupee symbol it will take. And between C19 and D19, it will leave a space. So that's the reason why, depending on what I say purchase short-term securities 10,000. I want to change this to, let us say, paid Ravi 12,000. Now you see, this has become paid Ravi 12,000. So you can now make multiple question papers using this. multiple question papers using this. Just because you are playing with these 3 columns, your total exercise keeps changing. Now, if I give multiple question papers, then naturally there is no scope for copying by the students. So this is one. When you are playing with the text, you use what you call concatenate function. And after this, here I have a small, exercise where I would want these items to be displayed the moment I give the number here. 1. First exercise, first transaction will come. 2, the second transaction will come. 3, the third transaction. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, like this. Right? The moment I enter the transaction number, the transaction will appear here, the amount will appear here. Then I will identify in this transaction, there are 2 accounts involved. One is cash account and other is equity account. So I simply say CAS here, then I get the cash account. Equity here, then you get equity account. And once you got cash account, then you see it's a real account and cash is coming in. Once you say it is real account and cash is coming in, you get the debit or credit rule here. So real account and cash is coming in. The moment you write this, right, debit what comes in, credit what goes out, then you get the debit account here. The account is debited. From here, it will be fed into this. So here there is a series of tables that you would not understand now, right? What this series of tables will decide, it will auto-generate. It will auto-generate your journals and ledgers. If you go to the journal here, you see this is my blank journal. If I say the first transaction, it will automatically take cash account data to equity account. If I take the second transaction, billing account data to cash account. I say third transaction, purchases account to cash account. Fourth transaction, cash to sales. Fifth transaction, advertisement expenditure to cash. Sixth transaction, so it will take the debit account, it will take the credit account, it will take the debit amount, and it will also take the credit amount. Then this whole of this ledger is auto-prepared. You see here, you have an equity account here. This is a cash account. Equity 9 lakhs, and in equity account, buy cash 9 lakhs. So where is this coming from? This is coming from this data. Here it is 9 lakhs. See, just in case I change this to 7 lakhs. Now let me go and see in my journal. Did it change to 7 lakhs? Let me go and see in my ledger. It is 7 lakhs. It is changed to 7 lakhs. So any of the amounts that you change here, in this particular column, the whole of your journal, ledger, and the trial balance. So this trial balance is also auto-generated. So in trial balance also, the equity, it has changed to 7 lakhs. Now your trial balance is tallying. So how it will pick up all these things? Here I have a defined table of accounts. And here I am giving you the rules. How it is picking debit and credit based on these rules. Right? Now I've shown this just to impress upon you that from a very simple exercise that I made you do, like picking out the marks, picking out the the data, specified criteria, just doing a simple count if. That is one small world. And you see this big world, just you give the data, right? It will create your trial balance. And there's a lot of work that goes into this. And if you are interested in using the spreadsheet modeling, so one should know how this things have been built. And if you see these are big tables, and these big tables are separated by some small tables. So how many tables are there? You see, these many tables have been built. And what kind of functions gets used in this table? You see, something like offset. So have you heard of offset function in Excel? So the Excel is a huge world. It can be used to address the very simple questions that I have shown you. The very simple questions like, this. Now where did we show? Spreadsheet modeling, yeah, if functions. So you can use Excel simply to calculate, number of students who are getting a grade, simply to highlight the cells meeting a criteria, or to create something like this, wherein you can come out with the progress or display board of particular person. Or I'll show one more example. How many of you heard of the pivot tables and pivot charts? Some people have heard of it. So now, I'll just show this and close. I'll not take more than I'll just show the beauty of okay. Now you see, you look at this data. This is a data of marketing data of a company. So how many records are there? How many rows are there? 9,995. Now from this data, so how can I make certain interpretations? I'll just take a demonstration of 10 minutes, then I'll leave you. So from this data, what kind of results I can get? What kind of analysis I can do, right? So now for that, first you take a pivot table. So just you can pick up this whole table. Right? Then you put it here. Now this my pivot, dialog box is ready. See, let us say I want to look at, some data which is, like category wise. Now I want to look at the category wise sales. You see, it's very, very simple. So there are three categories of my data. One is office furniture, office supplies, furniture and technology. This is the category wise sales of my data. So I just make it more legible. So let me do some formatting. This is it. So 22,97,201 millions of crores is there. Now I also have this region wise. Let us say region wise. Now I have 4 regions: south, east, west, north, whatever. Now you see, so the furniture in the central region this much, eastern region, southern region, western region. Office supplies region wise, technology region wise. So I can actually do this reverse. So that means first I want the the region, then I want furniture, office supplies and technology. Just change this order. So central region, this is how it is. Eastern region, this is how it is. Now For this data, I can give a dynamic, graph. So what I'll do, I'll go here. I will do a pivot chart. Right, insert, pivot chart. Let's say this is my pivot chart for sales. Now it is telling me, so each region wise, central region, this is the data. Eastern region, this is the data. Southern region, western region. You simply change it. That means of the category, furniture, office supplies, then technology. Right? So now I want to look at the profit figures also along with the sales figure. Profit figure, I want to actually look at the furniture only. I don't want to look at office supplies and technology. So what you can do, you can actually insert what is called as a slicer. To insert a slicer, I want a slicer based on the category. And I also want a slicer based on the, let us say, the region, based on the region. Now I have two slicers that I keep here. Now look at them. This is my dashboard now. So like the chief ministers and prime ministers will have these dashboards. Company CEOs will have these dashboards. Now, I just want to look at the furniture sales. Click on this. What is this? Only furniture. You want office. This is only office. You want office in only eastern region. So this is office figures in the eastern region. You want only office figures in southern region. This is south, then office figures. Let us say you want east and south, then click both of them using a control button. So this is south and east, only office. I want south and east with the office and technology. So you see how interactive are the graphs, how interactive are the tables. So the moment you play with these controls, right, now this table changes, this whole graph changes. Now you can remove these filters. Now this is your whole data. Now you don't want profit, you can remove the profit. I look at only sales. Now especially when you have, what you call dates in your data. For example, in our data we have the dates. For example, we have an order date, right? And we have a shipment date. So when you have this, you can actually insert another option called timeline. So now let me go here, design. So insert a timeline. So timeline, let us say I want both the timelines. So these are my timelines. So order date, shipment date. So please remember, this is all happening in Excel. This is not any other software. Now here I want to put it in years. Here also I want to put it in years. Just give me a second. Yeah, now you can play with these two controls. See, I want the data related to only 2014. So this data is related to only 2014 shipment. So I want both, I want 2015. I want 2016. See, in 2016, there is no shipment. That's not the idea. Which is ordered in 2014 and shipped in 2016. Such data is not there. If you add this ordered in 2015, shipped in 2016, this is the data. So ordered both in 2014 and 2015, but this one, shipped in 2016. So if you extend this, you see the data changes. Now, what is this data relates to? This data relates to what has been ordered in 2014 and 15, but have been shipped in 2014, 2015, and 2016. So, are there any things that are ordered in 2017, but they were shipped in 2018? This is the data. So, you can just play with these years, and not just years, you can have the data even in months. So, month-wise also you can play like this. Okay, so this I have shown just to kind of take you to the next level in Excel and just to tell you the different possibilities. To quickly sum up, what we have done today is not to make you, Excel experts in a 1 hour class, but to make you realize the Excel opportunities, Excel exposure, Excel prowess, right? So today I have covered quite a bit of things. My agenda was not to make you understand all of them and learn all of them in this 1 hour, but to know that such things existed in Excel. So like pivot tables, like pivot charts, right? Like countifs, like database functions, right? Like the offset function, like an automatic journal ledger trial balance that can be created just using Excel, right? So we didn't also cover a lot of other things like macros, optimizing functions like solvers and goal seeks. All that we couldn't cover due to lack of time. But hope you just had a glimpse of what is possible. And this is very important, especially when you are trying to explore the new technologies that can be applied in business management as well as in teaching business management. So with this, I'll stop here. So we can have a few questions and then maybe we can have some interaction. And after that, we'll close. The floor is open for questions.
Okay. So same kind of options is available in 2009, sir.
Which one?
Pivot table options, sir. It may vary.
See, as the versions progress, as the versions progress, naturally there will be some new things that are added in the new versions, and the old versions may not contain it. Because of a course on this and we teach it day in and day out, I am using the latest version 2019. Maybe some of the functions that work in 2019 may not work in the earlier versions, but I recommend as progressive teachers of management, each one of you should upgrade to the newer versions. If not 2019, at least 2016 version, all of you should come.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, any other questions, any other comments, feedback, any other, things that to discuss, share, get clarified? So hope all of your management faculty only. Normally management faculty don't keep quiet. So that's why I took the survey also in the beginning. How many of you are management faculty?
So that's a very interesting session, sir.
That's so silent.
That's very interesting session. And we had a hands-on session and experience, sir.
Okay, very good, very good. So you just keep
so
trying, keep exploring. I just touched the tip of the iceberg. So what I've shown today is not just much enough.
Sure, sir. Sure. We will try and practice what is learned.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Thank you. Okay, then I think if we don't have anything to talk about, then I would take leave of you. Thank you so much for patient listening, that most of you were there in the meeting. I also sincerely hope that you are there other side of the computer and you watched enough through. The only thing that you'll have to practice. So go ahead and practice. That's the only message that I have. And tomorrow we have a session again at 2 o'clock, but I'll be speaking more specifically to finance, where we'll cover financial analytics, which is nothing but a new wine in the old bottle to most of it appears to me. So we'll be touching upon that tomorrow.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much for your hands-on session on Excel and enlightening the participants towards how to go for analytics in case of students' perspective, and how to go for analysis and interferences, and how effectively we can use Excel for our daily life. So it was really excellent. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much, sir. For your valuable time and valuable speech also. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, madam. It was my pleasure that I could get an opportunity to interact with the fellow, members in the fraternity. So, wishing you all the very best.
Yes, sir. We are looking forward.
Okay. So, I'm taking
Good. Sir, good evening, sir. This is Devakumar. I'm very much thankful for you.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Very much thankful for you and for sparing your time. Really, once again, we experienced your authority. And thank you for all your support, sir.
Yeah, it's not.
And
I just want
morning
to take it into
Yeah, sir.
Please, sir.
Yeah. So we'll be waiting for tomorrow's session again. And thank you for giving a great leap for us as a School of Management. Without your support all through these days, there's a conduction of fintech program is a great task for us. You have helped us all through. And at the same time, with all your support and with support of Professor Rajshekhar Garu and other important people, we are venturing into starting a business data analytics program also from this academic year. And we solicit your support, continuous support for next our assignment also, sir. So we are expecting.
Thank you so much, sir. It is my pleasure to be of some use to you. Okay, thank you so much for the opportunity.
Thank you, sir. So thank you, friends. All the participants. Thank you for joining. And we had a marathon session since morning to evening, and definitely this is going to be worth to learn about the new technologies, especially emerging technologies which are going to use in business and which are going to